Hey, I got a question on YouTube from one of the listeners, which is not directly related to software engineering. It seems like it's not directly related to software engineering, but it is related. The question is, how do I ask my manager for a raise? So let's say you are a software developer and you want to get more money, you want your salary to be increased, and how do you ask your manager for that if there is a situation was described in this question that the person was working in a team for more than a year and the salary is not changing. So he was wondering what to do, what's the next step in order to increase that salary, what's the right way to approach the manager, the boss, and to ask about that, whether it's necessary to do that or maybe you should wait for longer. That's the question. I can share my tips. I can share my strategy in this case. What would I do and I do this, it also happens to me sometimes. I would recommend to approach this from the perspective of, from a systematic perspective. So the best way is to come to the manager and say, what is the system in our company for giving promotion, for giving raise to people, to software engineers? And the best way to ask this question is when you ask for your team members. So let's say you're lucky and you have a small team, small group, and you're a team leader. In this case, you go to your manager and you ask for your people. So you say, what's the right system? What's the procedure? What's the process in our company? Let's say it's a company of some size, so it's not a small startup of 5 people, but it's a company of 100 people or maybe more. So there are departments, and you are in one department, and then in your department you have a team, like a small group of programmers, and you are the team leader. So in this case, you go to your boss and you say, what's the system for my people so that I can give them the raise? So what's the right procedure? And then the manager will tell you the procedure, and you will understand that the same procedure applies to you. So it will look like you are, trying to protect, trying to defend the interests of your team. While, of course, your interests will also be defended and will be protected, and you will get the raise in the same way your people will get a raise. That's the story if the company is large. If this company is big, then definitely the company has some system for promotion, some system for giving a raise. So in this case, the only thing you need to do is to understand what is the system. So you just approach your boss and ask the boss, what is the system? And like I said, the best way is if you have a team, so you can act for the team, not for yourself. That's for a large company. If the company is small, if it's just a small startup and you're just alone there and you, a few more programmers, and then the boss, and that's it. So it's a small group of people. Then in this case, you can come to your manager and again suggest to develop a system for, motivational system for giving a raise to people. So you approach the manager not asking like, give me the raise because I'm so greedy and I so much need this money, but you approach your manager and say that, how about we develop a mechanism, we develop this a procedure for rewarding people who work for too long, and so on and so forth. In this case, the manager will feel that you are trying to improve the company, you're trying to improve the system instead of trying to just get more money for yourself. So approach this question from this perspective. Always fight for the right rules, or fight for the better environment, for the better and more logical environment, not for yourself, not for your own personal money. In this case, you have much more chances to win. Thanks for listening. I hope I answered your question. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.